Welcome back to Under the Twin Suns. We got a core crew tonight. It's me, Cole, Chris, and Steve on board the ship. So this evening we're gonna try a little bit of a different kind of a show. Normally we have an agenda put together, and you guys kind of see I kind of walk through it like a talk show. But Steve had thrown around the idea, and I kind of like it to just kind of see like a little ranty, vibey episode where we all just kind of talk about stuff. But before we get into that, I know I don't normally ask for this, but it's probably something I should start doing. Now, I'm not saying that you have to like the video and subscribe. But the YouTube algorithm might send some bounty hunters for you if you don't. And I don't mess with disintegrations. That's just me. I don't deal with disintegrations or flame problems. But yeah,
And
Steve,
they can bring you in cold or they can bring you in warm.
dude, there's so many good bounty hunters, and they're all coming for you if you do not like and subscribe. I don't make the rules. I just work here.
Yeah. So spoiler season pretty much like I guess it's like a little over half over. We've got 11 out of 18 leaders spoiled so far. What are y'all thinking like power level wise, cuz like I don't know.
There's a couple.
I really wanted. There's a couple. There's always like one or two that I'm like, oh, that might be playable. But then there's like 10 that are like dog shit.
So I have a couple that really grab my attention. So as everybody knows, I am a simp for double green Rex. Like it's been my go-to for at least since Twilight came out, and I've realized something that in March I can't do that anymore. It's coming to an end. So Mon Mothma really grabs my attention because it's kind of the same
That's
idea.
interesting.
In you're having a lot of green hero units, and you're just playing a boatload of stuff to buff each other. And this also doubles down on what I've been saying about the Palpatine double yellow uh, Chancellor unit. So
Yeah,
I
that
like
that
her.
extra +1 on the butt is it can be relevant a
It
lot of
can be,
times, especially with these officials that already have kind of big butts
and you
and
know how
want to
you can
stick
also
around.
double it. You throw down Admiral Yularen, the green one from Twilight, that gives all heroes +1 more health.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
and he's a three
that's true
drop, so he's
too.
not even
Yep.
that expensive
Mhm.
to get out there, and he's an official. So
Some great
I'm
Twin Suns
excited.
leaders.
Oh, they're great. Now, if we're talking Twin Suns, this has given us a
Yeah,
lot of
yeah.
options.
Oh
But
yeah,
if
there's a
we're talking
lot of toys
Premier,
in
you're
there for Twin
100% right.
Suns. Slimeora is kind of interesting for Twin Suns. I like her ability to like just take advantage of there being so many units on the table just to
Mhm.
start pumping out spies. Like that's kind of cool.
I'm excited for Spy Token. I just like tokens in general. Like I like token decks in Magic. I like token decks in SWU. Like the Vader deck is kind of the most relevant one we've seen. But the other one that really grabbed my attention today, dude, Governor Price +1 attack for each friendly token unit, ready friendly token unit, and on attack you get a spy token. I could see Imperial Separatist kind of something there. Maybe a little
What do you think? Like
exploit.
pairing her with like you could pair her up with like Newt Gunray maybe, or like
Ooh.
I'm trying
Or
to think of like some
Dooku.
token generators, Dooku or maybe like Vader, JTL Vader to like pump out
Oh,
some
because then you also
token
have space units as
fighters.
well. Yeah,
Yeah,
you get to
so
diversify, and you have all the Imperial tags.
Chris, what's your thought as the resident like heroic guy? What is your opinion on her on Leia Organa, the new one that just got released the other day?
Yeah, I was just about to say, I think that's the leader right now that I'm intrigued by the most. I feel like the more we progress in sets, the more that the leaders just aren't straightforward, like in your face. I feel like there's a lot more thinking and crafting that we have to do with the leaders as we move forward in the sets. I think Leia has some. I think there's going to be some building mechanics in there. You really got to think about how you craft your deck. But I think she has some movement there, maybe. Because there's not those restrictions where some of the other add XP, to your units are, like with Obi-Wan or Rey, where it has to be a certain power below, or you can only add it to a unit if it doesn't have an XP token on it. As long as you disclose, and it's not the same color as what you're disclosing, then you can just keep on stacking that up on your unit. You can add it to her, etc. So, I think there's ways to beef up your units a lot using this Leia leader. So I'm interested, intrigued by her, but I just think a lot of these leader units, when you first look at them, all these new ones coming out, it's kind of like, eh. But I think we're getting to the point now where we have so many cards, so many sets out that I think, it's we're having to be creative now moving forward. And there are some really good synergies and some really good combos. We just have to find them.
Yeah, I was kind of like dogging on Leia a little bit, like, oh, that's so many hoops to jump through to get an XP, but not really. Like when you think about it, you're only paying one. You disclose, you're in Twin Suns, so you have access to more than you would have in Premiere. I think she might be pretty good and very reasonable. I've found Snoke to be pay one and give an XP to the unit that I want to give it to, usually. But I don't always have that choice, whereas Leia just gives it to whoever you want, as long as you plan it right with the cards that you're showing. So I think she might be pretty good. I mean, she's 6 deploy, 4/7. That's not great, but it's not unplayable, I don't think.
That's nowhere near
No.
unplayable. And I have a weird
Yeah,
thought that there's so many good like hero strict units, and I would even argue there's some decent neutral like cards that just don't see play because there's better options. But maybe someone is just gonna find that weird, wacky combo with her. I'm with Chris that I think it. We're looking at it now like I don't get it, but something's gonna click.
Yeah. The internet is an unstoppable machine, and
Dude, I love 'em.
if FFG isn't going to test their shit, we will definitely do it. And if there's something to be broken, we will find it. So what do y'all think goes on at FFG headquarters, like when it's time to test this stuff?
I'm not convinced
What
they
do
do.
you think happens?
I'm not
Do you think
convinced
it's
they
just-
do.
So you're on like on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 it just doesn't happen, and 10 they really sweat hard. You're like, they just show up and they just say, good enough.
Yeah, that or I have my other thought is, and I'm gonna use a piece of example being Twilight. When they literally released the article about the set 2 weeks before it, they admitted they knew how broken Django and Wartime Jug were. Like they literally said to play that combination. So I almost have a weird conspiracy theory. They want everything to be broken the first few weeks or so that they sell more boxes, and then they'll ban it once the boxes are sold. That's a weird theory of mine. I don't see how they're testing. Because the other thing is, oh, we tried to fix Boba, we just can't. What do you mean? You made the game!
If anyone
made
can,
all
it's
of
you!
this. So my theory is, I don't know who's testing it either. Maybe it's people who don't play the game regularly. Like I really don't know. It's either a bunch of lab rats running around a maze going Wartime Jug is the greatest thing to ever come out of existence, or I mean, I don't know, because think about it. Every card they've suspended is a card from sets 3 and before, right?
So far.
Only sets 1 and 2, actually.
Oh, they Django. Set 3.
That's set 3, sorry. Yes. But I just feel like maybe they're getting into the swing of it more because we don't have to have as many like bans and stuff, but I'm not confident that they are testing. And if they are testing, it's not at a high enough level. But
yeah,
let me hit you with one other thing. I'm sorry, I keep going on. So I used to be really, 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 really deep into Destiny 2. Thank God I've quit that addiction. Thank God. One of my friends and I were playing one day, and it was right after a fresh update, and there was this big game-breaking issue with a melee issue where it was consuming my melee even if I wasn't using it, right? And I went, how did Bungie never figure this out in all their hours of testing? And he goes, do you know what's an interesting point? Think about it. Let's say Bungie does 150 hours of testing, right? In theory. In the first hour and 51 minutes of playing the game after the patch, because there's so many players, you now have more testing hours. So I almost think they don't have enough time to test all these theories, but we effing do, and we do it. And that's what breaks things. They're never thinking that we'd play this way. They like, for example, Bungie never thought I would try to use a melee to get up a hill. But that's another side tangent that I just thought of that might be related.
No, that is 100% related. Yeah, yeah, that's probably exactly what happens too. They got probably 4 guys they paid to. What's this game? Star Waz, and yeah,
I love
it's got
Star
these
Trek. Mr. Spock's my favorite.
Yeah, live long and prosper. And then they sit down and they're like, I think Boba's pretty good. Yeah, I think Lando might be kind of breaking the meta though. You might want to cut him back a few dozen points, but yeah, I think we should bump up all the Boba Fetts. And yeah, and then it comes out and they go, what the hell did we do? You know, I think that's 100% right. That you got thousands of hours that are going off immediately, whereas it's probably only like 40 that went into testing it. I always troll the Discord. I don't troll, I don't post in there, but I look through the Discord and there's some great people in there that make some great jokes every now and then on the official Star Wars Unlimited Discord.
Oh yeah.
Where people are like, I can't wait to see some good leaders, you know, be spoiled, and it's like almost at the end of spoiler season. So it'd be like, you know, people put some great stuff in there that always makes me chuckle.
People are not excited for this set. They're really not.
It's unfortunate, man. It's so unfortunate. Man, sometimes they make some great choices, and I go, "That's pretty cool," and then sometimes they don't. And I'm looking at this set, and I can already pick out a couple of ones that have me a little worried. Topple the Summit is one that I am really worried. Like that one might be kind of oppressive, because think about it, like you can flip JTL Boba Fett is already kind of an issue in Premiere right now, and this makes him even more of an issue because you can now flip your Boba, do 4 damage to 4 different units, and then now all those units take 3 damage immediately. So it's like doing 4 damage to everything. That's just one. I mean, Kira, I can flip my Kira now, do 3 damage, half damage to everything, then do 3 damage to everything, and now I've got Kira ready to swing as a 7/1 immediately. Like that's kind of scary. And Mace Windu, I mean, he's never really been an issue, but with Topple the Summit, he might be. I feel like this is it's kind of a scary card.
Yeah, that'd be really scary on a Kira flip, especially. I would be.
There's a couple of cards in here that I think might be pretty good for Twin Suns. There's one called you guys know this one, No One Ever Knew. It's a trick from the upcoming set. For 2 resources, each friendly official unit, friendly official unit, you can exhaust an enemy unit, and it's only 2 cost.
That's pretty good late game.
So if you, yeah, like I'm picturing like, you know, turn 5, turn 6, you get, you know, 3 or 4 officials out, and you just play this and just like, all right, Ruben, everything you have is now exhausted. Like you're just out of this turn, you know, like that could be pretty good for only 2.
I have an uncommon I'm excited for. I like seeing Crosshair in the Imperial armor. I want to make a clone deck work because okay, I understand that my Rex deck is objectively a clone deck, but it's not, right? Like it has clones in it, but if it was only clones, it would suck. Like clones are not the engine; they're a side piece.
You're getting a surprising amount of clones for this political Senate set.
I'm all for
it. Quite a few. Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad thing. I'm just, you know, it's kind of strange. I think Crosshair might be really good. I see a lot of people dogging on him, but I mean, he does attack for 4,
especially if you're running
on
grid.
turn 2. Yeah. Damage my Halabon Enforcer and then get in for 4. It seems pretty good.
And what if you're running it as a GI, like a Grand Inquisitor from set 1? Do a little damage.
yeah.
Ooh, that's scary.
That's a good one. I do want to talk about your favorite spoiler, Cole. AAT Incinerator.
Okay, I'm glad you brought this up. This has been pissing me off for a week.
I know it has.
Because I complained about it at freaking Edge of Empires a week ago because it had been spoiled 20 minutes before we played. All right. I am still convinced, and I know it's not true, but I'm convinced. This one's for you, Andrew, my boy. I know you're listening. They had to have screwed this up. This has to be a separatist unit, and they just messed it up in the preview, right? It simply has to be like that with the Poe thing, right? There's no way they would give us a freaking AAT with an Imperial tag. And the other thing that has sent me about this card, please tell me how stupid I am in the comments because I don't remember it. What piece of Star Wars media was this in? I do not remember. And I know it was not Imperial. Whew.
Yeah, this gives me some like, oh, welcome, fellow kids. You know that meme with
Yes, the
the
Steve Buscemi meme. Yes, welcome.
this just reminds me of that. It's like, yeah, we have Imperial tanks too, and it's like, oh, good, pull me up an Imperial tank, young kid, and they pull up a Separatist tank, and they're like, yeah, that'll work.
That one did send me because Andrew was so excited when he saw the spoiler, and he looked at the tags. He's like, "There's no way. There's no way."
It would have been great, but how dare we make Dooku playable? Gotta keep that guy down.
Yeah, he's too overpowered.
he's taking over the meta.
And there's one other that got my jimmies going this week. Everybody knows I love Hondo Onaka. And this just made Red Cad Bane so much more of a thing. Especially pairing this with Marchion Rowe. Oh, that's kind of nuts.
It's pretty good. I like that he has plot. I don't know why. It makes sense, I guess, because he always do be plotting, I guess.
He's got to make that. You know, my mother always told me 3 hostages are better than 1.
I think it was Hondo Onaka who was like, I'm not as, what does he say? I'm not as young as I once was, but I am older.
Yes!
Was that Hondo Onaka?
Yeah! It's from Rebel.
I love that one.
But yeah, those are the cards I'm excited for.
I am liking all the space hate that we're getting. Like, we got one today that was just like, just straight up destroy all space.
Yeah.
And then we got one earlier. It was Tempest Assault. It's a 4 cost. If you've dealt damage to an enemy base this phase, deal 2 damage to each space unit.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
It's like, yeah,
they know the Vader is a problem.
Vader. Yeah, get F Vader. Nobody likes you.
And the other thing that I'm a little bit scared of is Hyperspace Disaster. That is great, right? It's great. It's gonna give control even more control now because you can only wipe space and play ground. But
yeah,
that's
that seems fine.
Control.
I'm good with it. What do y'all think is left? You know, we have, what is it, like 6 liters, 7 liters left? Who do you think is coming?
Jar Jar. No, not actually.
Jar Jar.
Official units. I guess we haven't seen a lot of New Republic. We've seen Leia, sure. Ooh, a First Order official maybe? Maybe like General Hux or something?
Okay.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Ruben keeps saying R2 because C-3PO. I don't think C-3PO means we're going to get R2. I think that was even a weird choice to choose C-3PO as a leader of all things.
I heard somebody in the Discord.
You know what else? I'm looking
at
all of them right now. I do not see a Separatist leader. So I'm going to say a Separatist leader and a First Order leader. For my First Order guess, I'm going to say General Hux. And for my Separatist leader, I'm going to guess maybe Poggle? Because we have a Poggle unit. We don't have a Poggle leader.
That's fair. I saw on the Discord somebody had said that that C-3PO got his exhaust move because he's exhausting to talk to. Nah.
What about you? What do you think is still left to be unveiled?
I'm gonna say Sand Hill,
Oh,
or
that's a good
maybe
guess.
a
That's a
Hugo,
better separatist guess, actually. That's a better separatist guess than
or
Paulo the Lesser.
maybe a Hugo Damask would be kind of cool as like a Plagueis, like that'd be kind of cool.
I mean, it's not impossible, especially because Plagueis back in Plagueis himself is canon. Is the book back in Legends? It doesn't matter. Legends is allowed.
I believe
the point is that Legends is allowed in the
Yeah.
game now that we got Revan and all that shit. Like, that's my point. We can go into
anything
Legends.
goes. We can do anything. We can do anything we want.
My guess is a First Order and a Separatist. That's what we're missing.
Mm-hmm. We have a Chancellor Valorum unit card now. We could get a leader. I wouldn't be too out there.
Maybe. I wouldn't not see that. And he's also double green, which is cool. So he's something I'm looking out for.
Anything goes. Sly Moore now is a character that not only has a leader, but
so
2 unit cards.
Yeah, so many cards.
What the?
For a character that legitimately has no words on screen. Who is she?
Not even one speaking line.
Yeah, she's just the bald bitch who sits by Palpatine all the time next to Masa.
Yeah, that's all she was.
That's literally all
I
she
knew.
does.
And I had I think I had her minifig, or it was something like that, where it was in Star Wars, and I was like, who is, this is that blonde. And then at the bottom, it was Sly Moore. I'm like, oh, that's the name of the bald chick. Okay, cool. Like,
Dude, they gave her a minifig? That's crazy.
Yeah, I think it was a minifig in the Star Wars minifigs or whatever for the D&D I used to play. What do you think, Chris? What are we getting next?
I don't know. I could see Bail Organa.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a
good guess.
I could see that happening. I would laugh if we got like a what was her name? Senator. Was
Tucci?
it Tucci or
Tucci? Senator Tucci.
From the we got a unit for her.
Yeah, we did get a unit.
Stick, but I don't know. Also, for you, Cole, I had to look up the incinerator tank. They were Imperial Army, and they were from the Bad Batch.
Well, now I look like an idiot. Okay, kids, maybe don't take an edible before you watch the new shows. Maybe take that from Uncle Cole. Who's to say?
It was probably like a blink and you'll miss it type.
Oh,
thing,
well,
or,
I feel less
know,
stupid.
Maybe
like it was a episode.
I knew they used him.
Now we are supposed to.
Go ahead.
We are supposed to. We haven't gotten it yet, but we are supposed to get another leader this set that can deploy multiple times, like Trench.
Oh, are we?
So who's a resist? Yeah, we're supposed to. That was in the notes or whatever. So, who do we know that is really hard to get rid of, and is a senator? I think Jar Jar might actually be a pretty good choice.
Dude, that'd
honestly,
be funny.
That could be,
I also just had another random thought, and I just want to get it out there before I forget it. Random other guess: Commander Fox, the leader of the Senate Guard.
That's fair.
Just a weird thought. If that happens, awesome. I don't think that'll happen. But Jar Jar being, so you're saying we're gonna get another Trench? Like, we keep flipping them out, and y'all probably heard, oh, Trench, he's there. Dude, Steve gave me a run for my money with Trench Blue. It is kind of gross.
Oh my god. Yeah. Shout out to Cole. By the way, we haven't had an episode since the store Showdown. Cole took it down with Rex Data Vault.
Let's go.
So, just
the off meta Rex.
just took it down, and there was some. Had some stiff competition. You had to beat Bosk Blue. You had to get through
I couldn't believe
Piet Red. You had to get through my BS Toxic Trench deck. So it was not an easy run, but you did it, man.
Dude, I was sweating the whole time. I was putting full brain power in. I was like, normally I'm chatting with Steve while we play, and the whole time I'm like, Steve, I know I'm not saying anything. I'm sorry, but I gotta try here, man.
No, it was sweaty over there in the corner of the store. Let me tell you what.
But yeah, it was a hoot.
But it was good.
Yeah. The thing that kept saving
We
me, if anyone's trying to make a weird green deck work, okay, for the control matchups, you need home one and just constantly bring stuff back from the graveyard. And Tranquility is also
the
not a bad thing to sideboard.
the number of times he would just play out a Keller and Beck, get a unit, and get it and play another unit, and then I'd have to super laser blast, and then the next turn just home one into Keller and Beck
Yep.
into something else, and now suddenly he's got a humongous board again. Like, okay, cool, I'll bounty hunter crew, pick up super laser blast to play it again. You know, it's like it was insane how many times I had to kill the board just to keep it under control.
Yeah, because
Very,
once you get to
very
the
good
12,
games.
once you get to the 12 resource points, I can just start doing ridiculous things. But yeah,
Absolutely
it was a
ridiculous.
great game. Steve really taught me a lot as he always does every time we play. But it was a fight, and it was a hoot. And also, if you listen to the market report, you heard us complain, or you heard me specifically complain about the GI promos. I got a comment on one of our videos, guys. Apparently, if you put those cards in double sleeves in with a humidifier pack inside of a plastic bag, it should unfold them.
Huh. That's good to know. It's a little sad that we have to resort to.
I do
mean, I
agree,
feel like
but
I
shout
gotta-
out to you, commenter. Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, thank you. That's great. It's good information. It's frustrating that I got to get a master's degree in chemical engineering, just to get these damn. It's crazy to me, and I was very frustrated. It was nice that Ruben went ahead and sleeved him, and he did the best he could with them.
And then he also suggested how it might have happened. In that apparently when you have a foil card, it's a little bit different, and when it has different humidity, his guess, and I'm assuming your gender, my apology, commenter, whatever you identify as, their guess is that during the shipping, it was in an unrefrigerated truck, and it got too hot and it bent.
Oh yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
Monday we got to do Twin Suns for weekly, and that was awesome.
Ooh, I had fun.
I had a lot of fun.
My deck was not good, but I had fun.
You had a great play though.
Dude.
Cole had the play of the night. Cole made Ruben stay up at night thinking about that play. He messaged me this morning. He messaged me this morning, so it's still sticking with him. He messaged me this morning, and he's like, "I'm still thinking about that play that Cole did."
So we were on the final turn, and it's obvious Ruben's gonna win. He's been running the blue, the Ray Obi-Wan deck, so he's just got restore on restore on restore. And at this point, I thought I still had a shot at winning. I didn't have a shot at winning, but I was gonna go for it. So I had the initiative. Off the rip, I threw down Wolf so that no bases could be healed. So even when someone got knocked out, no 5 HP back. It was, oof. Everybody got real mad. It was great.
And it was the time had just stopped for we were doing 55-minute rounds, so the time was done. We had to finish that turn. We didn't have any other turns, and so Ruben was like, "I can't win." He was so mad. He was trying so hard to figure it out. He had so much restore in Ray, and I think he had another restore unit out, and he could not heal, so he was out of it. And Andrew had not yet deployed Count Dooku.
We all forgot about
and
Dooku.
He had enough. Yeah, we all forgot about Dooku, so we're all doing the math. Like, I think, we're trying to say, like, I think he can win, or I think you can win. And then Andrew flipped Count Dooku. We're like, oh, okay, Andrew wins. But it was a very good. I enjoyed both games. Game 2, I managed to get it by just slamming Snoke down, which felt great.
That's pretty good.
After Cole was so gracious to give everyone tokens with he played a Clone Wars for like 4 or 5. We all got droids, and then I was the only one to get to keep them because I played Snoke. So it's kind of cool.
I had fun.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward. He said he's gonna do that now once a month. So that's
I'm all for it. I mean,
exciting.
it's not as popular a game mode, but I have way more fun playing that than I do playing Premiere 4 times a month.
I do as well, and I think it's more welcoming to newer players. Like we had Roger play in the first game, and I think Roger had a good time.
I think so.
Just kind of
his
learning
thing is
the
always,
game. And
he didn't like the politicking, but that's because we were politicking him. because we were basically
Yeah.
So that's on us. He enjoyed the game mode. He has the same complaints though when we play Commander, because we've played Commander with Roger a couple times, me and Tyler. But yeah, speaking of, the Magic the Gathering Spider-Man stuff is fascinating.
I have heard so many good and bad things
All
about
right, let me
it.
give you the TLDR. The set sucks, but it's not printed a lot, so it's actually the least printed set we've gotten in a couple years, which means that the market actually matters. And that since people are dumping this product, I have a hot take that I think this will be the next Baldur's Gate 3 stuff. I think that in 2 to 3 years, this shit will double or triple in price. Now, am I putting my money where my mouth is? No, I'm scared. Because if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I could see these boxes. Because remember, at one point, these boxes were going for $1,000 for a collector box. Today, they're selling for $625 daily on TCG Player, $550 locally. I could see it going back up. It's Spider-Man.
What's like the Orcish Bowmaster of that set? Like what's the one that's
Soul
like
Stone.
the chase
It's
Soulstone?
So
Okay,
even just the regular Mythic, just in regular printing, is $95. In the
Good Lord, what does it do?
It's, let me get it so I don't butcher it. It's like a black reduction spell.
Oh, okay. So yeah, it's just one of those mana spells that
I got
lets
it.
you cheat stuff.
Indestructible, tap it, add black, 6 black, tap it, exile a creature you control, and you harness the Soul Stone. And then for infinite, at the beginning of your upkeep, you return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield permanently. And it's a 1 black. And
Wait, is only one?
yeah, 1 and black.
Oh wow.
What's really also going to be interesting about this, both Rudy from Alpha Investments and the Mox Man said this week. I did not know this. We're going to be getting, over all of these Marvel sets, every single one of the stones from the Infinity Gauntlet. So once those start to come out, in theory, the Soul Stone, which is already a $15,000 card if it's serialized, will go up even higher because you need to have all of them. This will become the next Power 9, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally collecting them all.
But here's the thing that also doubles me down on this point. Scalpers are going crazy for this stuff. Why? Oh, I'll tell you why. Because there's been stories all over Reddit of people coming into TCG stores and they're buying out every Soulstone they've got. Like, these guys are walking in with $1,200 buying 12 Soulstones. It's crazy.
Wow.
But the other thing I've heard that's interesting is nobody's showing up to the drafts because nobody likes the set. And it's so expensive. I opened a video on my personal channel. The link is on a community post. But I got completely shit on. And so did Tyler. Like, these boxes are rough to open, man.
Why did you get shit on? Because
I paid $90. I got like maybe $35 a product. Maybe.
Damn.
That's stretching it. That's including the lands that came in it. But I've also heard that people aren't having events fire because people don't want to play the set. Like, it just doesn't. Even when I was going through all the cards I pulled, do you know how many of them I put into my deck? I opened 10 packs. I have 4 Spider-Man cards in between all 5 of my Commander decks.
Wow. So the power level isn't there either.
It's really not there.
The art is beautiful. All the art.
The art is good. Cool. The art is really good. I have to give them that. Like, I pulled one of the Spider-Man Noir black borderless cards. Oh, it's beautiful. But it's just people aren't reacting well to it. So we'll see. And here's the other thing that's even crazier. I don't think it's officially out until tomorrow. Yeah, it's not even out yet until tomorrow. So what if it all changes on a dime?
Well, it kind of kicks my theory in the butt. Then I assumed that the set was really good and everybody was hyped for it. I've noticed kind of like the SWU scene at least at our LGS is seeming like it's on the decline. And I assumed it was because, Magic's got a lot going on, Pokemon's got a lot going on. Maybe I've seen Shatterpoint, stealing a few players. Like, I just figured, people were doing other things. But if Spider-Man's not that great of a set,
so
maybe that's not the case.
But Pokemon is. So it's interesting you brought that up. The new Pokemon set actually is really good. They brought back Mega Evolutions, and it's really bringing a lot of people back in. It almost got me, and then I saw that for a booster box it's $350, and then I said no, thank you. I would like to eat this mug. Um, but I think the decline is not. I think the decline is partially what you said, Shatterpoint. But that's a local issue. I don't think that's nationwide. I think the nationwide issue is FFG's really not doing a great job of supporting. Like I know we do this every week, and I'm not trying to continually bash them with my club, but the lack of prize support, like when we complained about why the hell is Grand Inquisitor the frickin' promo for Store Showdown, it just doubles down on that point.
Yeah, that's true. I'm a little irritated that there's no SQ like anywhere near us.
Yeah.
Whereas last time we had one right around the street, but I mean that kind of sucks. There's not one within 13-hour drive of us this time around. Like, kind of blows. Yeah, I don't know. Don't worry though, Trilogy. That's what's gonna save us. Okay,
You already
that's what's
hate
gonna
making one
put
deck?
butts into seat.
Let's make 3.
What? Yeah, you're right. Exactly. I'm okay. I don't want to shit on this one as much as I will, but I do like the idea of Trilogy. Like, the idea of it is cool, and I've played exactly 2 games of Trilogy so far, both with Ruben, and it was okay. Like, I just played Premiere with different decks, so like, cool. But it wasn't mind blowing. Like you see it on paper and you're like, okay, that sounds kind of cool. But then you play it and you're like, this is just, I'm playing Premiere, but I'm playing it with a different deck. I don't know. And the amount of homework you got to do to keep all that straight beforehand. I mean, I would have to dedicate. It usually takes me about an hour to put a Premiere deck together and feel good about it. God, I got to dedicate like a whole afternoon to putting a Trilogy deck together.
And it's exactly like you said. You also have to remember every single meta, every single play for all of these different decks, and it's just so much.
It's too much, and I don't want to keep that straight. Like, if I have Luke Skywalker or Darth Vader in my Premier deck or in my Twin Sons deck, I don't want to now have to be like, well, I got to rob it out of my Trilogy deck.
Oh, I keep
now all of a sudden my Trilogy. Yeah, now all of a sudden my Trilogy decks aren't complete. And then maybe Trilogy Day comes up and I grab them, I'm going to run out the door, and then I don't have my cards in it. I'm like, God dang, I forgot to take it out of my Twin Sons deck, and I'm running around taking these sleeves out, or I don't have enough sleeve. It's just a mess. And I don't think everybody has the collection like that to be able to just build 3 decks that are all viable and that all don't overlap each other in no way possible.
Yeah, I mean,
And then
I
Ruben,
like to think that I have a pretty big collection, and even I struggled when making all 3 of my Trilogy decks to not be lacking of something. And I've been here since set 2. I open a crap load of products. We all know I have a gambling addiction. But in all seriousness, I agree. But Chris, I know you have some passionate thoughts about this. Chris?
Yeah, I don't know if I would say passionate necessarily, but I just agree that it's a whole lot of work. I don't feel like it's a huge payoff. And I think the biggest thing for me is that FFG doesn't really support their other game modes like Twin Suns, like talking about it. So are they really going to support Trilogy either? It just feels like they're adding something here. They're not going to support it. And then, I was really confused. Ruben made that announcement that they have now went back on saying that banned cards are going to not, like, from my understanding, you were able to use banned cards in Trilogy, and now they're, rolling that back and saying, oh, wait a minute, no, can't use banned cards. And for me, that was actually kind of a plus. And now they're changing that, which again kind of goes to the what are you doing over there, FFG? But yeah, so I agree completely with Steve and think it's just it's extra homework. I agree it can be time consuming to have to put together your deck, and then after you play, it's not really playing the way that you want. You've got to go back and mess with it, and now you want to add 3 decks to that and have then your Twin Suns deck, and it's just very time consuming. And for what? Another game mode that's not going to get supported. No, I'll pass.
Yeah, that's my fear too. Like, it sounds fun to me, but we already have a hard enough time getting people to come out and make one deck. And another thing that we always preach is this game is supposed to be the cheapest well, not supposed to be, but it happens to be, in a fun way, one of the cheapest options to get into a TCG. We should kind of embrace that, I like to think.
What are y'all's thoughts on Force Throw being finally gone?
I didn't think it had to go. I'm
Out
gonna
of
be
Premiere?
honest. Like,
I didn't either. I was kind of annoyed that it was, but I feel like it really hurt a lot of fringe decks. Like, I love Red Avar. Like, I think Avar Chris Red is a lot of fun to play, but struggled with space. And Force Throw was a perfect card to give me like the feeling like I had a way out of a piloted boba or whatever. I ain't got that no more, so it's rough.
I'll agree with that completely. I had a really sweet Maul deck that I enjoyed using, and now that I had to take Force Throw out of that, it struggles, and it's partly because you don't have that damage, plus that taking a card out of the opponent's hand piece, but I may have overcompensating when replacing the Force Throws with other cards and just wrecked the whole deck. But yeah, I agree with some of the outlier decks now. It's kind of like, yeah, which direction do you take them in, and how do you correct the direction? And I don't know if at least me, I don't know what direction to go in to try and fix that deck yet. So not necessarily happy with it, but I do get that in certain decks it really pushed them over the edge and made them more viable, and now they're really not.
Makes me wonder, like, when they release something and it's fine. Like Force Throw before Legends of the Force was fine. Like, it was not a broken card at all, I didn't think. But releasing a whole set of Force users made it broken. And the same with Triple Dark Raid. Triple Dark Raid was good, and then it became broken when you released an entire set of vehicles. So I'm wondering what the next card that we play with right now that we think is it's okay, and then they release an entire set. So if there's a
Emperor's Royal Guard.
That's what I was getting at. That's what I was getting at. I was like, Emperor's Royal Guard is a fine card. But then we
totally balanced
an entire set of officials, and now it always says Sentinel, and it sucks. I hate it. I don't know.
That, or I have another one.
Cards.
I think Tech. I don't know why. I just think Smuggle and Plot is somehow going to work together. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Maybe I don't understand the mechanics correctly. But I could see Tech popping off, having like a Smuggle Plot combo, but that's another weird thought.
Logan, that works at the shop, and we had an inside joke for a while about Galactic Ambition, and how he was saying how garbage it is, and it is garbage. Like, it is a garbage card. But I was telling him, I'm like, look, man, don't underestimate being able to play something using your life as a resource. Mm-hmm. One day they're gonna make the mistake. They're gonna trip up, and they're gonna put an event out, that this thing can cast, and they're not going to think about that Galactic Ambition, and it's going to break it. Just wait.
That's a card I could see breaking at some point too. Yeah.
Like, there's going to be a unit that they release that they're like, oh yeah, and then all of a sudden we can just pay life and play it at 7. I don't know. It's going to happen one day. But yeah, if you guys could ban one leader from Twin Suns right now, who do you think it'd be and why?
Grand Inquisitor. I think it's too fast. I have a buddy who plays a really good Grand Inquisitor Director Krennic deck. and it. No, you know what? I'm taking it back. I'm actually gonna ban Ray. That restore is ridiculous.
That's who I was. That's who
I'm
I
actually
was
going
thinking.
back.
Ray is.
I've re-talked myself into this. I'm banning Ray. I also don't like that she's a Skywalker, because she's not. No, I'm throwing Ray to the curb. Get out of here with that restore 3 bullshit. Stop giving everyone XP tokens.
I think we should just ban Ray and Obi-Wan, so that way.
I mean, we might as well
everyone
get
has to build
both.
another deck. Yeah, might as well. Might as well.
Chris.
I would think Yoda
Ooh, that's a good choice too.
Wow. Okay.
with that drawing capability and hand advantage. That yeah, I would want Yoda gone. Plus, he's got the restore when he flips.
I always forget how much of a pain Yoda is until I play against one.
Yeah, I don't know how much he's really used in the grand scheme of things, but in my mind, he's issue.
Yeah, restoring Twin Suns is definitely relevant.
It's so good. It'll take you to the top.
Well, gentlemen, are we ready to name that card?
What's that
Boy.
card?
Who's supposed to be going? We haven't gone. We haven't done this in like a week, and I think the week
I
that
figured
we
we'd
did
bring
do
that
it, I
back
think
next
Ruben
week when
just did
Ruben
it.
comes back.
Oh, we're not doing it tonight.
I mean, we could. I just don't have a card. I could pick a card right now if you want to play.
Pick a card right now.
All right, I'll play. I'll pick a card. All right, I got a card. Go ahead.
All right, what order are we doing?
I'm gonna say Steve and then Chris.
There's only 2 of us, so we got to really
I'll give you
hammer
4
in our
questions
questions.
each because of the
Oh
disadvantage.
no, don't. No, really?
Yeah, I'm feeling
I was
nice.
gonna say I gotta really make sure that these questions are good, and take advantage of them while I can. So I'm gonna say, does this cost of this card, is it between 7 and 8, and is it divisible by 2?
No,
I'm
it is
just
not.
kidding. Is it less? What is the cost of this card?
Yeah, it's 5.
Okay.
What are the aspects of this card?
Red, white. So, aggression, heroism.
Is this card a space unit?
Yes, it is.
What set is this?
Shadows.
What is the power and toughness of this card?
5/6.
Keywords on this.
Underworld, vehicle, transport.
It's a transport. I have one more question.
Yep,
left?
I'll give you one more question each.
Sorry. Underworld vehicle transport. Okay. Does this card have a keyword?
No, no keywords. It's blank.
Oh, okay.
Oh, back to me. I know what it looks like in my head, but I don't remember. Maybe my semi guess will help you, Steve. It's some kind of freighter. I remember that,
That is correct.
but that's about all that you're gonna get out of me.
Well, we're halfway there. There's one word before it.
Yeah, and
Okay,
I don't
that does
remember.
not help me at all.
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't even know this was a card. I'll be honest.
No, because I have like 8 million copies of it.
That makes sense. It's a
It's
common.
a common.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
common.
I just don't remember.
Okay.
It's
The
something.
one I'm thinking of has Saboteur. So this
Oh, that
card
is another freighter.
blank.
This is not that freighter. That is unfortunate.
I am out. I
All
don't
right.
know. I'm gonna guess smuggling freighter.
I mean, that's pretty close. It's called Desperado Freighter. So, I mean, like, Chris, in my opinion, you got
Oh.
halfway there. So, I mean, you just missed the adjective.
Yeah.
So, like, it's a win in my book. But yeah, I completely forgot this
Very
was a
well
card.
done. Yeah, I think Han played that card for a little while. They
Oh,
could
that
play
makes
it on,
sense.
for
I can see
4.
that. It's an odd unit. Yeah, that makes sense. All right. Well, thanks for watching and hanging out with us. Remember, knowledge is meant to be shared, so go ahead and hit that share, subscribe, and like button, and let us know what you think below. Have a great evening,
Do it.
and bye-bye now.